Alright, welcome back to another guide video. This one is going to be for Chef Boy R. Blair, Megamin, the Bombastic, the chef up in the kitchen. This build is honestly just really fun. We're just making giant meatballs and throwing them at enemies' faces. It's great, big numbers, fantastic, explosion, everything I love, right? I'm going to be going over two quick builds really quick. Quick. One of them is going to be a quick build. It's going to be mainly focused around a bunch of skill cooldown reduction, and then the other one's just going to be about big hits. Personally, I like the skill cooldown reduction one more, and I'll go over why here in a minute. Starting out, we are going to go with the big hits one. We are running all four of the crit mods because crit is just fantastic for Blair. If we're looking at our base crit right now, we're sitting at 67.74% crit. Absolutely fantastic. With our passive, it goes up even more, but I'm not going to go over the skills in this build. I'm just going to go over our actual modules and do the damage. If you want to know what the skills do, you can see them in game. We are running HP amplification, only running one defensive mod in this entire build. Nothing else really. We don't even have a maxed out spear and shield. Just honestly not worth it in my opinion. Defense itself is just not a great defensive skill, and then I really don't need anything else because we're already sitting at like 9 to 10k health. Don't really care to, add anything else to that. We are also running focus on fire. We're running fire Synctium. Gives us another 10.2% skill fire skill multiplier. Spear and shield for the skill power, and dangerous ambush, so that way when we stun a colossus, knock off an armor plate or something like that, we can get another 50% skill power modifier. Honestly, we're not running any focus on dimension or anything like that, and I'll show you why here in a minute. It's just not worth it to have on Blair because we already have such an extremely high multiplier on our skill. It's 6,934%. So if we add any more skill power, it's going to be a very minute difference. And it's just not worth it in my opinion because we're already hitting so damn hard. And then the main thing that brings this all together is going to be truly deadly cuisine. This significantly increases the damage of our fireball, and when the fireball explodes, it no longer has the patches of flame or the little mini fireballs and stuff like that. Really quick, I forgot to add it, so I'm doing a little post-operation editing here. The reason why we're not using focus on dimension. Let me go ahead and throw this on so you guys can see my damage really quick. When we are using focus on dimension, we are going to be hitting...
It's cooking time.
9.52 mil off. There we go. Now we are hitting 9.43 mil. It makes hardly any difference. It's not worth having the module or wasting a catalyst on it. I just want to show that really quick, and just so you know, it's another reason why we don't use our second ability that much. Just doesn't have enough value for us to need to use it. But yeah, back to the video. Showcasing the damage really quick. We can go ahead and throw down 3 flame patches. These are going to increase our critical hit rate. Throw a giant meatball at this dude's face. Boom, 13.1 million. Quite a hefty chunk of damage. Imagine doing that on something that's weak to ice. Yeah, super nice. Let's go ahead and reset here. We also get a skill damage bonus if our enemy is on fire, so we'll go ahead and throw down the patches while it's on our enemy and throw our meatball. 14.2 million. Absolutely bonkers. Mind you, we are only using a purple reactor because on this rotation we can't farm the reactors that we need for Blair. So it's just insane. We can get another 20% damage boost for the correct reactor, which will probably put us up to what, like 17 million maybe. And then we're not even using good secondary stats. We have skill duration up and critical hit rate. Crit rate, awesome, fantastic. We love that. We love to see it. Crit damage would be ideal with crit rate, or you can even do crit damage with fire skill power modifier. It would just take it to the next level and maybe even be able to see up to 20 mil if this was like a perfect roll with legendary substats and all of that. So yeah, that's the first build. Super strong. The only downside is that we can only do that every 65.7 seconds. But yeah, going to my preferred set, this one is focusing on cooldown reduction, right? So what we are rocking here is we got 68.2% cooldown reduction. That's already active. Not even including the extra 20.5% we're going to get from multi-talented, which I think is a super slept on mod, especially for somebody like Blair that only uses dimension skills. So in this one, obviously we're still using the 4 crit mods and the health mod, but we are switching things up a little bit. We took off Spear and Shield, we took off Fire Cynthium and Dangerous Ambush, and instead we are doing a bunch of cooldown reduction. We have 36.5 on MP conversion, 20.5% every time we use a Dimension Skill, which is all of our abilities with Multi-Talented, and then Nimble Fingers. So if we look at this, we are currently sitting at 22.3%. We go ahead and use a Dimension Skill. We are now sitting at a 7.9 second cooldown. Absolutely insane, right? Let's go ahead and show the damage for what this build does. Go ahead and throw down the flame patches. Wow, it didn't crit. Are you serious? We have a 100% crit and it didn't crit. Nexon. Nexon, why?
It's cooking time.
Let's try this again.
Perfectly done.
Okay.
Cheer.
9.4 mil. So still quite a hefty chunk of damage. It's about 4 mil less than with the other skills. Let's go ahead and get some mana back. That was absolutely nothing. We need more. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and reset this dude because he's just bumping back too much here. Make sure that he is invincible. Sometimes it bugs out. Okay. Go ahead. Throw down 3.
Yeah.
Boom, 10.16 mil. So still a huge chunk of damage, except now we can do it every 7 to 8 seconds. Sounds much more preferable to me. If I were gonna do anything to change this build up, I might just throw on like a skill cost mod if I really wanted to go do the extra levels to lower these so I have some more capacity. But to be honest, I am frankly lazy and I am sick of playing Blair and I want to play Viessa. I've been working on this non-stop because it took me forever to get Truly Deadly Cuisine. And I'm ready to move on. I got to see my big boom, and now I'm satisfied. But yeah, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them down below. I'll be happy to answer any questions. Oh, let's go over our external components, because people were asking about that in my Ajax video. Using max HP with a Cooper Star drop. Preferably, I would want some fire resistance on this. That would make this perfect. The sensor has defense, max MP. MP is super important for Blair, so you want to make sure you got max MP on it. Otherwise, I would be using something like this maybe. But HP preferable, max HP preferable, and then you would want the resistance. You would always want resistance on every piece because they could all roll one of the resistances. We got a double defense with electric right here, and then we have a processor that has defense, shield, and toxin resistance. Of course, I would prefer to have HP on these 3 items. Memory is the only one that I would run double defense just because it can run double defense, so, you know, why not? And since I'm kind of steering away from using any defense modules nowadays, having double defense on the memory is pretty much ideal. For all of the characters, I just don't see enough value in defense to prioritize that ever over some more damage or some more damage. But it just depends on your playstyle. If you're reckless and you want to make sure that you're not dying to dumb stuff, then, you know, whatever suits you. But yeah, that wraps it up. I think I'll be doing Viessa next. As I said, I'm really excited to play her. Finally got her ultimate form. And then after that, maybe Ultimate Lepic. Just got to grind it out, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.